So basically, Leon, I know you. I
Mhm.
know you a bit, although we have never met. But tell me, so can you tell to our students, can you tell us more about yourself?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Leon. I'm a German and I got accepted in the MSMS program at Boston University. It's a 1 year program, basically like an MIM program known from European business schools. Yeah, my before I was doing aviation management in my undergrad back in Germany for 3 years. And after that, I worked for 2 years at UPS. I did a traineeship there. And after that, I got promoted to a supervisor position. Yeah, and now I'm in Boston. I'm very close to graduating, and I hope I can stay in the US after my studies here.
So tell me, by the way, BU, so Questrom School of Business, Questrom
Mhm.
School of Business, is a STEM designated program. Is it STEM or not?
The MSMS program is not STEM designated now, but they're working on it. They're trying to get the STEM certification for next year.
For next year. So it means that this year you get a visa, you have a 1 year visa
Yeah, I have the
to
1 year OPT visa.
you have the 1 year PT visa. And so your objective is to stay in America for what for more than 1 year, I guess. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, it's my goal to stay longer than just 1 year.
mhm.
Currently, I'm on a job hunt, and I want to be honest. It's pretty difficult to find jobs because you need employers that sponsor your visa after this 1 year. And in junior positions, it's difficult to find that kind of employer. But I have to say, Boston University is very helpful in this case. They're having different job fairs. They have contacts in the industry. They have a good alumni network. So you can have a lot of informational interviews and connect with people there. And this helps you to get into the companies and you mostly not apply over the official websites.
Okay. Because and tell me, so you want to work in the same field? So you were in the yes in the transportation industry,
Yeah.
logistics. You're working for DHL. You want to work in the same sector, or
Yes.
what is your plan?
So I would like to go back into transportation and logistics again. I'm currently looking for airlines, as aviation is my passion. I graduated with my undergrad in 2020, right within the pandemic. It was very difficult to find a job in the aviation industry then. So I decided to go into logistics, gain some experiences there, and yeah, now after the situation is much more calmer and the aviation industry is back on a rise, I try to pivot my way back into the industry and try to connect with airlines, airports, airline suppliers, all kind of companies that are involved in this aviation process.
Yeah, yes, I remember that it was your dream because, by the way, the bachelor that you had is in this field. It's in the aviation process.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
by the way, I believe that in America, this industry is much bigger than it is in Europe. So you have private jets, yes, you have DHL, and you have many things. Okay.
yeah.
So then, so yeah, so funny story. So now you work for Boston University. So what you told me is that BU gave you a scholarship, okay,
Yeah.
and then they offered you to work for the admission. So what do you do for the admission exactly? What is your job?
So I'm working in the graduate admission team. Right now, I'm conducting interviews with a new intake for the next year, next MSMS program. So I'm having Zoom calls every week for around 5 hours with different people from around the world, and I'm evaluating their interview skills, their communication skills, their vision in their life, how they could contribute to the program, and students also have the option to ask me a question at the end, which is really interesting, so I can give my insights as a current student.
Okay, so that's the thing. So what does it make to be in the shoes of inverted comma an admission officer? How do you view the admission process now?
I see it from a different point of view now. I know what is important for the graduate admission team, what makes a good candidate. This is really interesting because I was in the same shoes like probably most of you. Right now, I was applying for schools. I've seen the essay questions. I've seen some possible interview question they could ask me. But now I have really like a Word document with questions for students, and I know which points to be mentioned. And this really helps me to understand how universities or maybe future employers also evaluate interviews.
By the way, it's not very different universities from companies. No, but is the process that different? No, not that much. No,
I don't really think it's that much different than applying for a company. I went through the same steps for a current job I'm applying for than I did for Boston University a year ago when I applied for this program.
Yeah, it's basically the same. And do you think that we prepared the interview together? So do you think that I prepared you well? Now that you're an admission officer, that I understand the process well, even though I've never worked for admission?
Yeah, I think I was very good prepared for my interviews a year ago, and the portfolio of questions I got up front was very helpful to get the insights, and they are mostly matching with the questions I have now from Boston University. It's for me, it was very easy to go into the interview.
Yeah, basically, yeah, because that's what they cover. Huh? We all understand what they cover. By the way, does Questrom, you use Kira Talent? I don't remember if you use Kira Talent.
Yes, we use that.
Okay, so basically, it's true that to tell you the truth, so I know Kira Talent well, but I don't know very well how schools use Kira Talent. Okay, I know what is Kira Talent, the technology, the questions, etc. Can you tell us, without telling us too much, how they use it? If you can tell us, I don't know, we'll understand that you can. But what can you
So I'm only there for the interviews, but one of my friends is working with the Kira system, and we sometimes talk about it. She's actually watching these videos and is mostly just judging how good your English is, that you can participate in class, that you can understand what the prof wants from you, what you need to deliver during projects, for example. And they also have some minimal points where they look at, maybe there's a Kira question about your short-term career goals. There's a question about how would you contribute in the program. They will also evaluate this, but mostly it's more about your English.
So it's mainly an English power, because it's true that if you took the TOEFL, the listening part is a bit like the listening part of the TOEFL. It's the same idea. They give you a question, 1 minute to prepare, 1 minute to answer. So it's interesting what you're telling me, so that they don't do more than that. Okay, they basically it's behavior, English, this and that.
The thing is, the universities, I think, doing that because at the end you can also buy the answers for a TOEFL test. There are a lot of Chinese students or like Asian students coming in. They actually going into these agencies, and they just these agencies are doing everything for them. So they also doing their TOEFL test for them. It's more interesting for the universities then to see actually the candidate and actually how they speak and how they perform in an interview.
Okay, so yes, I understand. Yes, because we don't do that in Europe. So tell me, basically, what is a typical week for you? Okay, a typical week and typical day for you, because that's something that people do not understand. Of course, when you do a master's, you're busy, but they don't understand how you split your time. So if you can explain how you split your time between campus social activities, job search, teamwork, library, classes. Okay.
Yeah. I'm maybe some people say I'm a crack. I'm getting up very early in the morning, around 5:30 and 6, and then I will go to the BU gym to work out and do my workout before class. Classes then starts around 9:30. I have classes till 12:01. Then I have a short lunch break of an hour, and after that I usually have guest lectures. I have workshops going on, and the university says you should block your day till 5 p.m. But often it's shorter than 5 p.m. So I'm using then the free time to do my projects, to do assignments. I'm also doing a lot of stuff around Boston University. I like to attend events at Harvard, at MIT, at Boston University itself to connect with people. I'm currently in the phase of founding my own startup right now. So I'm spending a lot of time at the office for innovation at Boston University. So this is usually my day, and my day ends, let's say, around 7 p.m. And then I'm often meeting friends in a bar, or we just chill at some place and having a good time. Yeah.
And you go to bed at what, 10 o'clock, something like that?
I try to go around 10 o'clock to bed. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, if you wake up at 5 o'clock,
Yes.
congratulations. I remember that when I was in Boston, that BU has very good gyms. I remember that it's impressive what they have on Commonwealth Stadium. So what it is like to study at BU, because you have studied in Germany. You were in Hochschule. It was Hochschule in Germany.
Yeah.
It was Hochschule, so what we call that University of Applied Sciences. And what it is like to study in a Hochschule, University of Applied Sciences, a college, business college, and top business school in the US. What difference do you make?
Yeah. The thing is, in Europe, you say when you go to a Hochschule or University of Applied Science, you have a more practical curriculum, not very theoretical like at a university. Coming now to Boston, at Boston University, it's practical as well, but this is mostly the design of the program and the way how they educate people in the US, I would say, because professors are very engaging. They want you to participate in class. You often have cases you need to prepare. So you have case studies you're working on during class with a professor. That's very interesting and different than in Germany. What else? I'm always astonished when I go to school. I see so many people. Boston University had around 30,000 people. It's very big, and there's always something going on. There are so many guest speakers around. I cannot even attend to every guest speaker event. Yeah, that's the main difference.
Yeah, so basically that's the main difference. So now can you tell us about the admission process? How does the BU admission process? So as a student and as an admission officer, how does it work, and what is your experience?
Yeah. So the admission starts with the submission of essays, letter of motivations. They have, I think, 3 different questions. I don't have them in mind right now. You need to answer it. They will be evaluated. Then you mostly have a Kira interview after that, as we mentioned it at the beginning of this interview here. So in the Kira interview, you need to answer question within 15 minutes. They will ask you. They evaluate the Kira interview, and then you gonna be invited to the interview round. In the interview round, you will question about 4 to 5 questions in 20 minutes, and at the end, you have roughly 5 minutes where you can ask the officers questions about the program, about life in Boston. They're very helpful in that case. And I would really suggest to ask questions, because that shows that you did your research, that you are interested, that you're curious about the program. And after the interview, your whole application will be evaluated, and you will get a feedback within, I would say, 3 weeks.
Okay. According to you, Leon, and you know even better now, why did they accept you? And when did they give you a scholarship?
Yeah.
Will you accept it with a scholarship? So not accepting you,
Yeah.
but with a scholarship, even though you had no GMAT. Tell me.
Yeah. It was mostly because of the diversity rate and about the professional experience I had in my CV. So they were really looking for people that embody leadership, that have experience in that case, that have also a little bit professional experience. And the fact that I'm German, I'm the only German in the program. I'm one of 2 Europeans in this program. That makes it really diverse in the classroom. Yeah, and I think the engagement, my application process, the curiosity I had in my interview about the program, that really helped me to get a scholarship at the end and get accepted.
Yes, very good. So very good. So so 3 pieces of advice that you give to our students. Okay, you already gave us a lot, but okay.
Yes. So point 1 would be do your research. Go on the Boston University website and look into the program. Look into the subjects you will cover, the projects you will cover. Mention them in your interviews and in your application. Don't apply with a general application there. Second advice, do your research about Boston and about the area, the possibilities you have. Look how Boston, I would say the Boston environment, I include Boston University, Harvard, MIT, Northeastern, Boston College in there, how they could help you to succeed your goals in life. And number 3 would be stay curious and yeah.
Okay, so very good. So Leon, thank you very much for your time. So when will you graduate? Exactly in May, June? When will you graduate?
Yeah, I will graduate in May. 19th of May is my commencement.
So 19th of May. So yes, it's coming pretty soon. So it's in what? It's in 3 months. Huh? Okay. And when did you start? You started what in late August? When did you start?
Yeah, I started in last week of August with the introduction week, and first day of class was the first week of September. Yeah.
So it's it went short. Did you make good friends here? Yeah, you made good friends.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I have an international friend group. I have Americans in there. I have Lebanese friends, South Korean friends, Chinese, Indian. It's very diverse. It's great, and I think I found friends for life here.
You think so?
Yeah.
Probably. And you keep them. Okay, so thank you very much, Leon. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
I really appreciate and for the inside information that you give us. Thanks to your position as a deputy admission officer.
Yeah,
thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Thank you.